We are at one of our clients' houses that we've been dealing with. Basically, they approached two other builders, and the level of renovation that's required, they absolutely denied doing it. So this is where Haven Luxury Home steps in a little bit differently. We have a lot of engineering experience in the background, 23 years experience in our past, and this type of stuff here is small sweat.
So what are we doing here, guys?
So this project here, Randy's kind of overseeing. This has been an addition that we put on the back of this house. He also brings to the team a practicality of being able to complete projects with understanding with the drywall repairs. He's got a lot of history and background in commercial as well as residential. But the biggest project here, portion of it, is the structural aspect of it. And he's kind of overseeing the different LVL locations, faults. So we're having to completely rebuild the subfloor at this point.
Client specifically wanted to stick with the Italian feel or European feel with the slate tiles. So adding on a dormer on top of that it definitely had its struggles, but we managed to work out all the kinks, and homeowner's pretty happy with the outcome. We've made a few changes in what his original design was, but he's really happy with what we decided for him.
So with this client here, being an engineer, they have a lot of experience and background with multi-portions of the exterior envelope. The big thing on this one here is that we actually went with a fiberglass Silix product. Has a triple pane window, particular glazing, gives it a thermal protection that is far better and superior for product-wise. And behind the board and batten style, we have XPS, and that gives a great quality envelope for their house.
So something that we're offering here now is essentially, if you look up to my left, that's the existing spray foam insulation. So what we're actually going to be doing and why is we're going to be adding that all the way to the top of the sheathing, which essentially works as a vapor barrier and gives, I want to say an R30 value. Now what this does is actually acts structurally as well, holding all of your 2x4s and anything that you got up there that's got to stay together as far as the sheeting goes. This really reduces the amount of any way that water can find its way into your home.
This is the reason why a lot of the builders won't take this stuff on, because once you open it up, it's like a Pandora's box. You don't know what you're going to get, and this is what we got, but we're handling it. Complete repair. Structural engineers come in and give us exactly the details that we have to follow. And working with old is not, everyone's cup of tea, but we have a lot of years experience doing it.
So I basically informed the client that they're not really, doing themselves any favors essentially by just trying to leave pieces here and pieces there. I suggested, they basically take all the drywall down so you can get to every nick and cranny. That way you can really give a superior product, And
I completely agree with you. And then the reason why is they pulled half the scope and they're trying to take it over themselves. And normally we don't do that, but I like the client. He seemed knowledgeable and stuff like that, but he's also learning very quickly that there's a reason why home builders are home builders.
Absolutely.
And engineers are engineers. But at the end of the day, he's really learning the whole picture of what he's taking on. It's a lot more than what he expected.